All right, y'all. So I feel like there's some slight, let me get this right. You already know I'm struggling these days. I feel like there's some slight discomfort with allowing yourself to go back and forth between practical matters and spiritual matters. And this for those who I guess even have spiritual matters to attend to. So this won't be for everybody. But let's say you have like your day to day, you have your routine, you have things you needed to get done, and you are supported. Like divine supports you getting your things done, especially if you're like it could be anything. It could be like, oh, I have these errands I got to get done, and you go to the store, you come back and you do your chores, and then you fold the clothes. It could be anything like that. Or it could be like, hey, I got these things for my business to get done, or hey, I got to blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, well, that's supported. You get all those things done. But then let's say you wake up and you have this plan in your brain, the practical plans. And you've been doing practical plans all week, man. Mind you, it's been all like real life things. But then it's like, knock, knock, knock. There's some spiritual things. I got to get your attention. There's some spiritual things on your to-do list that you're not doing. And it could be still practical things that are tied to spiritual matters. And I'm going to break this down for you because... And I'm going to show you about the support thing as well. But anyways, let's say, for instance, hypothetically, no, I'm playing. But like for me, for the past couple of days, there were things I needed to get done. And I guess I'll just go ahead and give you the whole rundown of the issues that I faced. So I need to pay my internet. Number one, but I was just doing good on my hotspot. So for the past 2 days, I've been using my hotspot and it's been working fantastically. I had deadlines to accomplish and I was able to do it on the computer and get it done for the past couple days. This morning, my plan was, okay, we need to do practical. We need to get some work done. Today's Saturday, but I can still get some work done, right, on my computer. But then it's like, oh no, like, your hotspot's done. Okay, fine. I don't really not in the position to really pay an internet bill at this very second. So it's like, okay. Mind you, I was a little bit stubborn, like, okay, how am I going to figure out a way to like cast the screen onto my computer and work my way around it? Just trying all these ways, being stubborn. You know how I do. You know how we do. So it's like, I was going to find a way to continue to get the job done, get what needed to be done, even though really nothing needs to be done today. Let's be for real. Nothing needs to be done. It's a Saturday. I can relax, but whatever. In my brain, I still have practical things to do. My to-do list never stops. So anyways, I'm like, okay, clearly I'm spending like an hour, 30 minutes to an hour trying to figure out like, okay, well, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Like, I was like, you know what? Because I'm sitting at the kitchen bar, at the kitchen island. I'm like looking around like, you know what? Yesterday I definitely said that I need to clean up. Like it's getting a little bit out of hand. I need to wash these dishes. I need to clean this bar off. I need to vacuum. Now, that still sounds practical, right? That still sounds like things like, oh, it's still a to-do list. It's still a practical matter. But if you understand, well, at least for me, to me, that's still a spiritual matter, an energetic matter, because cleanliness helps me focus, helps my brain focus, helps my nervous system be more relaxed. You can think more clearly when your space is organized, right? So that was something I was putting off for the sake of getting practical, other things, more important things done. I was like, you know what? Let me get off the computer. Let me go wash my face, because I was like out the bed and onto the computer. Let me go wash my face, brush my teeth. Let me go. And I was like, let me go do my eyebrows. Let me get myself ready, because I feel like there's some messages that need to come through. So that's a part of it as well. So you know what? I said, close the computer. Let's go do what I need to do. Let's take our time. Let's not rush. Let's not freak out. Let me take my time, play some music, get into the vibe, clean up, wash the dishes, make some lunch, vacuum. Everything's clean. Well, you know, I already kind of started messing it up again, but everything's clean. And now I remember the feeling of like when things are super clean and pristine and organized. I'm like, yes, I can breathe. I feel so much better. My brain is so much more at peace. And it's just a great feeling. I got my favorite my favorite like wax cube thing in my warmer. It smells great. I can see my countertops. I fix my food, and I just been relaxing and letting the messages come through. And so here we are right now. And imagine if I would have just ignored all that, and I would have, I guess pay the internet bill and, went on the grind to that today. That's not the point. The point is I allowed myself to attend to matters that I didn't feel like they were important in the moment, but I do remember, oh yeah, it is important for me to have a clear head, a clean space, like an energetic reset. And here I go burping. So it is important for you as well to have a clean space, or to attend to the things that are more spiritual in nature, more energetic in nature. And that could be anything. Right now I'm seeing somebody like go on a walk. And sometimes you might not think that it's important or not important to take a step back and like, how about I just go out for a walk? How about I go walk for 10 minutes around the neighborhood? And you don't understand like how deeply important it is for you to attend to that matter, because it's not checking anything off the list. It's not moving the needle on your to-do list, but it's moving the needle energetically. It's moving the needle spiritually. It's like leaping you leaps and bounds further than what you had planned to do today, right? You thought, oh, here's my checklist, check. I need the internet. I need to do this, You thought that mattered so much, but what really mattered is you going for that walk. What really mattered is you cleaning your space, folding those clothes, putting them away. What really mattered was a conversation with a loved one. What really mattered was me time, was self-care, doing your eyebrows. What really mattered was maybe it is going out and going to go meet up for lunch with somebody. Like that mattered way more. And that impacts you way more than always on this grind, on this hustle. Oh, I got to make sure I get this done for the business. It's like, did you know that if you were to attend to this other energetic spiritual matter, when you come back to this, maybe you have more energy when you come back to it. Maybe the spiritual matter was staying in bed an extra 2-3 hours. I know that sounds ridiculous because your mental brain is like, oh, no, I can't afford to waste any daylight. What? Yes, you can. Because it's just as important. Those other things are just as important. Importance. Am I getting the words out? Anyways, so whenever you come across blocks in your, I would say, practical matters, let's say the internet stops working, something just that seems like, oh my gosh, this is a disaster. Something bad, a block happens and it just seems like an obstacle. Maybe that is a cue or sign to put it down and attend to something that you've been ignoring. Attend to your inner space, your heart space, your surroundings, your environment, your physical health, your mental health, your kids. I don't know why that came out. Going to have fun at the park. I know it's cold outside these days, but if the sun is out today, after it's been gloomy for the past 5 days, and the sun's somehow out and it's not raining, hey, maybe that's your cue. Like, look at how easy it would be to attend to these spiritual matters, these energetic matters. Like right now, your practical life, your to-do list, I put the block. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like God saying, hey, I want you to go do something else. I want you to attend to something else. I want you to go outside, go touch grass. Maybe that's what you've been guided to do. So this might be for somebody, especially if you've been like head down in the books, doing your thing, meeting your deadlines. You've been on top of it, and I'm very proud of you. And you were supported in that, because like I said, when it's time for you to get back started, you'll be supported in it. Because like I said, my internet was working. I had a way. God made a way for me to get it done. Even when I didn't have the actual internet, I still had my hotspot, and I was able to get it done. But then it's like, okay, now that's done. Now, how about you clean up? How about you do this thing you've been putting off for like the past week? Let's be honest. You let these other things get out of hand. Now I'm gonna need to block. We're gonna cut this on off. We're gonna block that, and we're gonna go over here and we're gonna do this other thing. This thing that you've been putting on the back burner now comes to the forefront, and I know you feel uncomfortable. You don't feel like that's not important. You feel like it's like no, Spirit. I don't want to do that. I gotta keep doing this. I gotta keep doing that. No, you don't. If you need to keep doing that, I would allow you to keep doing that. But for now, you need to go do something else, something that you don't deem important. But I promise you, it is. And only, you would know what it is. You know the things that make you feel good inside. You know the things that lift up your spirits. Maybe sometimes going outside to go touch grass or go for a walk or play with your kids or whatever. is what you need to do sometimes, but you just don't allow yourself to be balanced and do that often, which maybe is a part of this whole thing. If we could not make spirit and universe force us to put something down, maybe we don't push it that far. Maybe we just choose ourselves to be balanced in every day or every other day. Be more mindful. Like, look, okay, I put a lot of effort into this. Let me choose to put it down, and let me actually, go do this other thing today instead of being forced to do this other thing. And now it feels like, this is a punishment. Like, it's not a punishment. It's not a punishment. It was well needed. So, man, I'm getting hot. So, I was going to call this divine order. I was going to call that the title, but I don't think it's divine order. I really just think it's just allowing spiritual tasks to take priority when they need to take priority. So, if there are practical blocks, then don't focus on the practical problem. If there's a problem that arises, then just go focus on the spiritual energetic task that probably needs to be worked on, that you've been probably ignoring for the past however long. For some of you, it could be months. That's very similar to, well, no, I'm not gonna go there. But anyways, hopefully this resonates. And if you've been feeling like, dang, there are things I'm ignoring, I need to go do it. Maybe just go do it. Have fun and enjoy it. Because now I'm really happy that I put the computer down and I cleaned up. And I'm looking around like, smells good, feels good. And hopefully I get back to work tomorrow. But regardless, I also need to sit down and get these messages out. And even just allowing the space for it to come through. A lot of times I don't even create the energetic space to connect with source, connect with spirit, and just to let the messages come through. Why are people outside my door talking? I'll start eavesdropping. Y'all know I will. A lot of times I don't even create the space, even if it's the energetic environment space, to have a clear mind enough to get the message. And so sometimes I'm forced into that as well. So I'm glad it's all about me. I like to give my personal experience just so it can hit home a little bit more. And most of these things do come from my personal experience. So what am I saying? I'm glad I did, because this is important too. And maybe this is the video that goes viral and sets me up so I don't ever have to worry about not being able to pay the internet ever again. I don't know. Share this video if you're still listening to me ramble. And if there's a hype option, hype it. And if there's a subscribe button that you're not subscribed already, subscribe. And if you have anything you want to add to the conversation, put it down in the comment section, and maybe that will help somebody else if you've experienced something like this. So if you've been through it, or you know exactly what I mean, like, yeah, girl, I feel you on that one, period. No judgment here. So what am I going to do for the rest of the evening? I'm just going to allow whatever else that wants to come through to come through. I'm probably going to eat some cookies. TMI, who needs to know all that? Allowing the personality to come through a little bit more on the channel. So hopefully that resonates. If there's something that you have on your to-do list, can it wait? Are you being balanced in your practical and spiritual matters? Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I don't know. It's not up for me to determine. It's up for you to think about. And so with that, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.